It is time to rise and grind, my fellow knights. Ever since coming out to Spiralknights, I've been learning that people have tore this game and its mechanics apart for maximum efficiency. And recently, I was taken on a farming run of Vanaduke with the target goal of beating this mission in under 10 minutes, while still earning over 7,000 crowns in the run. Frame of reference, when I used to play this mission solo, it would literally take me over 40 minutes just to get it done. We've squeezed every little bit of efficiency out of this mission, seeing as it gives the most crowns out of any mission in the game, and it is now possible to farm 60,000 crowns an hour in this game that has been alive for way longer than it should have been. It's time to make those insane costumes you could never afford. I'll be taking you through the run, but first let's go over the equipment you need. You need a Black Cat set, Combuster, Blitz Needle, Arcana, Electron Vortex, preferably all with unique variants, and if you're extra rich, totems. I'm going to try and explain this run while you watch it in real time. Here goes. As soon as you load into the floor, start running to keep in time with the wheels. Drag and boost immediately after the party button, shield bump the slag, then dash diagonally upwards, and shoot the wheel with your Arcana to open the exit. You will be skipping a few enemies throughout the entire run, and this section is no different. It basically takes too long to group and kill the enemies, and is more efficient CPM to ignore them. Play statues, run up. Here, you want to skip the slags again, find the buttons, and then get ready to die and party button skip to the fastest players. A party button skip is where dead players are teleported to the party button when alive players step onto it. Okay, next section. 2 players clear the top slags, using 1 vortex and combos to charge each and a dragon damage boost, while the other 2 prep for the next wave, using the same method. Top players clear the top turrets and Trojans, loot downwards and prepare to party button skip to the elevator, while the bottom players clear the bottom turrets and loot upwards, pathing to the elevator, saving the dragon for a speed boost. You will notice we skip boxes on depth 24 and depth 25. These don't drop enough high tier loot to warrant opening and result in lower crowns per minute. They don't drop radiant fire crystals or elite orbs of alchemy, so don't feel too bad, the gains are worth hurting your OCD. The next floor has players assigned to different rooms, so I'll be going over more general tech for the floor, but I highly recommend you check out Galaxy Gas on YouTube for a multi-perspective video you can refer to for room-specific tech. I'll make sure to link the video down below and add some other assets that you can check out as well. This is the layout of depth 25. As there are only 6 sprites required to collect, we skip the 2 bottom rooms which have the lowest CPM. Each player splits out to different corners and is generally thought of as left side and right side rolls. You each clear a room and bring the sprite to the doorways, but don't take them to the center until each room on a player's assigned side is completed. You can see in this room I saved my Drakon to apply a team-wide damage boost, allowing some of the harder rooms to be cleared more efficiently. Saving my Drakon for the team is specific to my role in this group, and each role will have different requirements specific to them. You may notice some people in the party leaving and rejoining, and this is used as a technique to skip around the map, allowing players more time to stay in the center and clear the slags, as they would have looted both sides faster than others. As you farm more of Vanaduke and get involved in the community, you'll begin to learn different roles and their requirements, and different techniques you can apply. If you're newer to the farming side of things, I would focus on getting general tech down first, and as you get better you'll be exposed to faster players and communities within the game who can help teach you the more niche tech. You can see here the Oilers were left alive and are now chasing me down. This is actually intentional. For whatever reason, Oilers don't de-aggro when you dash or get out of range, unlike Slags who do de-aggro. Because of this, since Oilers are tankier than Slags, we can leave these alive to chase us into the middle, where they'll get cleaned up later anyway. So now you can see me shooting just a couple of those straggler slags on the edges. I'll dash away to drop aggro from the middle, shield bump any I can as I start running to collect the right side loot. I do skip the gun puppy room here, it's just a little time save as I'd fallen a bit behind the group, and it doesn't impact the loot table too much. I also don't have totems, so that's slowing me down and means I need to incorporate some catch-up strategies. Something else to note as you go through the floors, you want to pick up health capsules, remedy capsules, as well as poison and fire barriers. You'll see players finding random times to throw vials. They're basically just trying to clear their hotbar. The barriers come in handy for Vanaduke himself, and there's also an animation cancel using vials, where you'll notice that dashing is fastest at the start of the animation and then slows you down at the end. So if you use a vial towards the end of the dash, you'll cut the slower frames to maintain speed. Only problem is, you need to get rid of the vial, and if you throw it, that takes time, so we usually take some damage to drop the vials instantly. Also, don't throw your vials while someone is going to throw or is throwing water. The vial can actually stop the water mid-air, so be cautious with how you do this. Okay, for D26, when you load in, you can generally see both left and right side platforms and might spot a statue early before the UI loads in. If not, you can check again as you move up without having to actually water either side. The first arena is all about spawning all waves as quickly as possible so that you can clear all enemies together. In wave 1, 3 players charge Combuster, 1 charges Blitz. 1 Combuster releases first, pushing the 2 key slags together while the Blitz kills these. Player 3 and 4 focus on the non-essential slags, pushing these up to the top left. Wave 2, 1 player places 2 vortexes top left middle, while 2 players will kill the middle of wave 2's key slags, one using a blitz charge and the other just a blitz shot. The remaining player uses the Draken buff, then Combuster charges from the right side to push the slags towards the top left vortexes. In wave 3, the player who only shot their blitz will charge and kill the Trojan, while the rest use 1 vortex and then Combuster to kill all. Hopefully someone picked up a speed boost and has enough HP to pass to the next arena. The remaining players will need to get ready to party button skip. In this arena, 3 players split to kill the turrets and step on the buttons, spawning all enemies, while the remaining player assists with killing the turrets and gets ready in the middle to immediately move the key. The player who went top charges Blitz Needle to insta-kill the Trojan, while the rest places vortexes on each 3 sides of the arena, pulling the enemies into the center. Kill all slags in the center, making sure to push enemies upwards so as not to distribute loot at the bottom side of the arena, which will create a further distance to run. Loot upwards, and at the boxes, use the Draken speed buff to run to the party button. For the last arena, on the first wave, the objective is to kill the slags in the middle of the spikes, so as to not have any loot messing up spawns of later waves at the top part. 2 players push the slags down, while 2 players catch the slags at the bottom, killing the slags in the center of the spikes. Wave 2 often spawns randomly. Each player should have a blitz charge ready and aim to kill 1 to 3 of the slags, depending on your position. By wave 3, all the slags should be spawning where they should be, and players should be in their appropriate positions. 1 top middle for the top slag, 1 left and 1 right, killing the 2 respective side slags, and 1 in the middle who will shield bump the slags to the left and right sides to be clumped faster. For a more advanced tactic, after wave 4, players will rotate these roles in between slag spawns, so that the shield bumper can loot the spikes and remove the need for players to go down for loot after all the waves are cleared. Draken boost, run up, clear boxes, and get on the elevator. As you can see in this run, things don't always go perfect with the spawns and killing sequences. Don't panic, stick to the Blitz Needle and try not to accidentally shield bump enemies when you clean up any odd slags. D27 starts with another water section. The fastest loading player will Draken boost and throw the first 2 waters, 1 straight up and 1 to the left side, then starts walking with the main group. The second player at the water fountain will Draken boost, pick up the 3rd water and throw it across the spikes, then whoever is fastest will water the last section. Next section, 1 player blitz shots to destroy the first set of blocks and then kills the Trojan, while the rest fan out at clear buttons according to their role. Each player takes care of different sections, but generally you want to break all side blocks and step into the slag spawn zones, making sure the Trojan body is destroyed and grouping slags upwards to be killed. For the next arena, it's important that the jellies are killed as they take the longest to die, so every player must make sure that these are dealt with. Wave 1, vortex and clear enemies towards the left side, leaving left loot mostly untouched so that wave 2 spawns right side. Wave 2, vortex right, clear slags, and try to not loot the top section in big parties. Oddly, having loot topside in this arena helps the Trojans spawn correctly, which is usually the opposite of how it works. Again, focus those jellies. Wave 3, 1 player double kills the Trojans, the others can charge blitz or single switch the Wolvers, clear the turrets, and loot upwards with the Draken speed boost. This next section we always go left side regardless of where the totem spawns, since we can kill the 4 slags without slowing down the run. 2 blitz charges are used, 1 to kill 3 slags, the other to kill the remaining slag. You need 3 waters to clear this section, and we utilize the party button skip if the totem is not there. Last arena. 1 player kills Trojan, while another places 2 vortexes before and as the slags spawn in. Right side, 1 player places 2 vortexes. This keeps enemies grouped for longer and allows you to get 2 brandish charges off, which is helpful to clear big clumps. Left side player charges blitz for a quick triple slag kill, then preps a vortex ready for wave 3. Wave 3, Trojan killer kills Trojan, 1 player stays right side and vortexes to group 3 slags, then blitz charges to kill those 3, while the other player who walked left side uses Draken damage boost and helps DPS the wave. Wave 4, the Trojan killer lands a nasty double kill, the rest of the players vortex and group slags topside for a fast clear and efficient looting. Grab loot, heart boxes aren't real, and get out of here. Let's quickly go over the double Trojan killing tech while Vanaduke starts shivering in his boots. Double Trojan killing is all about standing in the correct position and aiming the blitz charge correctly. For depth 24, on low ping you stand between poles 6 and 7, walk down until you're touching the Trojans and inch a bit more. Aim almost straight down but slightly to the right. For high ping, you can walk up from beneath the Trojans in between them until it won't let you go higher, and aim for between poles 4 and 5. For depth 27, on low ping the lineup is the same, you just don't have to walk down. For high ping, stand between poles 5 and 6, walk down and touch the Trojans, and aim for the middle of the second Trojan's shield. Good luck! With ping variants, the aim may be different, so you may need some trial and error to get it right for you. Boss time! Phase 1, you want to pop a barrier and charge Blitz, walk up to the boss, release, charge Blitz, and walk above him and release. You want to stand above Vanaduke in case he dashes. If he dashes down, he has to walk all the way up to start the next phase, but if he dashes up, it will start right away. Phase 2, one person grabs the water and pops a barrier. After throwing water, they should attack with Brandish. Other players shield bash the slags away, charge Blitz, and stand on this square. One Blitz charge each, and a few swings of Brandish should kill. Phase 3, you can walk into the middle of Vanna, standing roughly on this spot, which lets you stand inside of Vanna without taking damage. Pop your barriers, charge Blitz, and kill in 2 rotations of Blitz charges. If you have time, you can push the slags out of the way before going into Vanaduke. Once you are in Vanna, don't move as this will take you out of the glitch. Phase 4, mask phase is the same as Phase 2, and Phase 5, again, is essentially the same as Phase 3, just a bit harder to walk in between the orbs, but you can do it. I should note you can't stand exactly in the middle of Vanna's model as the Blitz shots won't connect. You have to be slightly to one side, preferably above Vanna so that again, if he dashes, he's dashing upwards. For phases 2 to 5, a Draken Boost 3 should be applied. This can be done as Vanna is walking down for Vanna phases, or as he is walking up for the mask phases. It's not as reliable to use the buff on slags, since sometimes it won't pop due to RNG. If you don't have Drakon, save your sprite ability for the non-mask phases. When loading into the boss floor, whoever loads fastest will save the Draken to be used on the first mask phase, while everyone else should Draken speed boost to the party button since their Draken ability will come back up in time for the later phases. You can Draken boost again to run up to the boxes, and there you have it, a clean farming Vanaduke run, earning you a cool 7,000 crowns and 3 Vanna tokens in just 10 minutes. A big thank you to Me is the Best, the Jin, and master-chong for helping me with this run. They basically hard carried me across the finish line, and since I'm Australian and on completely different time zones, they were staying up until 6 AM or later to help me record this run. And an extra special thank you to master-chong. He helped me across several months to do practice runs, showing me the routes and tech, he organised lobbies and got the group together for the recording. The spiralknights community has always been what has brought me back to the game, and I hope this video shows another side you may not have been aware of. There are squads of players dedicated to grinding and finding efficiencies, jumping in Discord and voice chatting together, and it's a lot of fun to be a part of. Good luck on your grind, and I hope to see you in Vanna.